My goodness gracious. Sometimes you're being a blessing to someone else, and then, oh my goodness, you are the one that is blessed. And that's exactly what happened to me this afternoon. I I'm just like bawling and crying and going on. So I thought I'd just share this experience with you all. So this afternoon, earlier today, rather, I went to eat lunch at a facility, at a venue. And as I was leaving, the food was good, right? As I was leaving, I could see a lady who looked to be about my age, in my age range, standing on the side of the um, place when you exit. But she was in the grass, and I saw a big suitcase and another suitcase, and I was just like, what is that? But none of my business, right? And so what I did was I looked at her, and I was like, wow, she looks kind of familiar. She looks like my Aunt Esme. I mean, quite frankly, I was looking, I was like, wow, she's probably from Mississippi. But I'm continuing to drive, and then she beckons for me to roll my window down. So I stopped, I rolled my window down because I didn't feel any, there was no hesitation. I didn't feel like she was a threat, or I just saw that she might have been flustered, right? I could tell by her mannerisms um, that she seemed a little flustered. And I didn't see anybody else around, none of that kind of stuff. And I'd come out of the place, so those people were coming in and out of that building, but no one was around her. Understand what I mean? And so I rolled the window down. She's like, I got to get to the international airport. My flight leaves I guess it was like a few hours or something. And my gut, my intuition just said, well, this is just a lady that needs some help, right? Sometimes people ask for things, and my gut, my intuition says, mind your own business, Angela, keep moving. This is a user. This is someone who is trying to separate you from your money. This is someone who is trying to do something to you. This is someone who is foolish, right? And guess what I do? I ignore them. I mind my business. I keep it moving, right? But not that is not what I got from this lady. So anyway, I stopped the truck, and as she is frantically telling me that she just missed a bus, and she was attempting to get to the international terminal, which from where we were at that time located, it was probably 15 minutes away. And then for her, so it's really no big deal. Although I had so many things I wanted to get done today, and I was really like, whatever, that's no big deal to me, right? So I get out of my truck, let the back thing uh, down so she could put suitcases and stuff in there. And I had so many books and all kind of other crap in my front seat and on the floor um, that I was beginning to move those things out. She was still back there trying to plead her case and tell me all these things that was going on. And she was frantic, flustered, because she's like, I got to get there. My flight leaves. I'm traveling all night. I've got this job, blah, 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 right? And she says, I'm a chef, Anyway, so I just turned and I looked at her and I said, I'm going to take you. I just need to remove all this crap off of my seat so you'll have a place to sit. And I could see in that moment relief over her face. She's like, I could pay you and all that kind of stuff. I was like, right, let me just move this stuff out of the way so I can get you there. And so we did. We on our way there, and she is continuing to talk, and she started to talk about, what she would be doing over there. She's going to be there for a few months, all this kind of stuff. And it sounds like it's going to be a fabulous opportunity for her trip and all this stuff. And she tells me about her son and daughter, very quickly. I don't know anything about them. I don't know her. I don't even know her real name. I don't know her first and last name, right? All I know is the words she spoke, uh, I believe they were for me. She said that her children don't like for her to travel. But she's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get out. What I'm supposed to do, I'm retired. What I'm supposed to do is just sit around. And that for me was confirmation in my own life, right? And of course, I've been retired for 10 years. I served 27 years in the United States Army, and um, I've been doing so many things using my skills, resources, intellect, talent for other things, other opportunities, other organizations. And I loved them. I loved doing them when I was doing it until I did. Right, until I did not. And so it was confirmation for me to keep moving, building this author business. As I am being a blessing to this lady, she blessed me so much. And she's like, still saying, um, let me pay you. And I was like, no. Because what I know for sure is when I travel, I'm going to have a certain amount of money already. And I ain't got no money to be giving nobody else, right? I need all my dollars. I need my last $10 for me because you already know what I have to do when I'm in these other states or in these other countries. And so I was like, no, that's okay. But I said, what you can't do, because she says, talk about being a chef and that type of thing, is that you could cook for me and maybe a few of my friends. And that she's like, oh, yeah. She lit up, started to develop a menu like on the spot. Bam, bam, bam. All the stuff I like to eat. Right. And I said, well, with me and three of my friends, would that be too much or what? She's like, oh, no, it's no big deal. So when she comes back, that was the agreement. When she comes back, then she will prepare a meal for um, me and three of my friends. Right? I don't know who they are. They don't even know. They're hearing this for the first time themselves, and probably 20 of them are saying, "Well, I know I'm the friend." Right? So she's like, take my number because the only thing I'm thinking about right now is getting to the gate. Right? I've already checked in. I already checked in online, but I need to get to the gate. And so, and she's like, I got to reorganize some things, blah, 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 all this, blah, 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 blah. And I was honored, let me tell you that, to take Chef CC to the airport. Um, and I don't know what it was, but I really don't know. Uh, as I was driving back and I was almost to my house, keep in mind that all of this was within, I don't know, it took me like 15 minutes to get there, driving her to the airport. And I live probably about 30 minutes south of the airport, right? And so as I am on my way to my house, it starts, the entire sky, it's as if it all just opened up and it was raining like bam. Just ugh. And had to turn the wipers all the way up. And in that moment, I realized that my timing, her timing, was perfect. It was perfect. And so I'm going to reach out I sent her a note. We took a picture together. I'm going to continue to pray for her over the next few months as she is traveling near and fro, right? As she is experiencing whatever it is she is seeking to experience. I just want it to be powerfully positive and prosperous for Chef Cece, right? And oh, by the way, when she comes back, I want the good, good, good. So right now, I just want you, right, to stop what you're doing. And if you listened this far, put something positive in the universe for Chef Cece. For the nice lady who is making her way, doing what she intends to do for herself, for her life. And oh my God, I hope it's much more than she even dreamed of. I wish the best for her. All right. Well, with that said, I just felt so good. My name is Angela M. Odom, and I am rooting for you. Take care.